Want to learn how you can stretch your dollar and spend less money on groceries and food items? Tess Lim, Chief Trainer of the Talking Dollars and Cents program organized by the People's Association, shares some valuable money-saving tips with us.
Always take stock, For example, you go back today, okay? Go straight to your cabinets, open all up, and then you start looking for the items that you have at home, okay? And I won't be surprised if you realize that the grocery items that you have is almost enough to have a grocery store open for you. Yeah, because what we realize is, especially for those who are low income, they always look up for offers items. And offers could be 3 for $10 instead of a bottle $5, something like that. So every time they see things on sale, they thought that they're saving money by buying 3 for $10. So today they buy 3. 1 week later, another offer, they buy another 3. It starts to stack up. And then, especially for things, food items with expiry, after a while, if you don't take stock, by the time you want to cook something and you realize that a lot of those cans or bottles already expire. From the experience of all these families, we did realize that processed meat or even canned food doesn't mean cheaper cost. It could actually end up even more expensive. And in our workshop, we do actually share with them or encourage them to actually do what we call creative menu planning, to plan their dishes, the way that they want to cook, the kind of meals that they want to prepare over the next 7 days before they actually get out to the market to buy it. And they recognize that actually they can buy fresh meat, fresh fish or veggie, and overall the cost is actually cheaper than if they were to rely on instant noodles and canned food. If you're cooking for the whole family, do get everyone to have the habit to tell you whether they're coming back for food, for their dinner. Yeah, because otherwise if you're cooking 3 dishes and almost 30% has to be thrown away because they decided that they call you and say, too late, then I'm not coming back for dinner. Yeah, so I think wastage is something that we have to look out for. Some of the grocery items or even canned food, I think it may be cheaper to get it from the supermarket, and on certain days, if you do enjoy certain discounts, As for wet market, you may want to go near to the time when they are about to close. You will get good deals. Yeah, especially if you're cooking every day, you're not going to keep the veggie over the next 2, 3 or 5 days. I think you can do that. Go to the market at a later timing, and you may be able to get something, and maybe free spring onions, free chili. Do price comparison. Does it mean that house brand definitely cheaper? It may be within the same premise, but out of the premise, another shop may be selling something cheaper. So I think it's really about putting in a little bit of homework.
So the next time you head out grocery shopping, take note of these 5 tips to help you combat inflation and stretch your dollar.